cherries, apples. How are we? Evening all. It must be the music. Let's have something a bit cooler, shall we? That's going to be very quiet. I'm not sure what's happening here. Oh man, this the longer it goes, this is like this. Why? This one as well. Yeah. Why? Anyway, how are we? 'Tis probably going to be a quiet show. Missed last week as the normal every other week, and yeah, back this week. No, I forgot to put anything in Facebook. That's what I've done. One thing I forgot, which is a bit thick of me. Okay. That's weird. That's very odd. Oh, so things are changing to public groups. Public groups. You don't have to approve. Control conversation. Oh. No, I don't want to know about that. That sounds not very good. So, who is out there? So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And let's change the music again. Not that one. Oh man, I tell you what, I am going to go back a bit old schooly. And put some no copyright sounds on. No copyright sounds. Best songs, dubstep mix. How is that looking? Hey. Goodness knows what's come on this. So who is up there? If you're there, chat in chat, because I'm not sure whether the chat is working for some reason. But hey ho, this is tonight's beverage of choice. It is the high alcohol 8.8% Aspall Imperial cider. So this is the big brother of the one I tried last week, which was really pretty good. Hey David, good to see you. So yeah, let's give it a go. Oof. That's a good one. I have to find that one again. Oh! I am going to sip this one, I think. My gosh, 8.2%. Yeah, so Chris will be along later with his weekly revelations. As well as that, if you remember last week, we were on the Lizzie Rascal. I've gone through about half a bottle, and yeah, it's been nice. But what I need to do, I need to find a tank. At one more tank, just one more. I have been putting a lot of mileage into this, mind. the Waterfall Serpent, the original RDTA. It's got a lot of mileage on that recently. I haven't touched my aromamizers for a long time, so maybe one of those needs to be brought out and used a bit more. That's probably a good idea. But the more I've used this week, the mint has come out a bit more. There's a bit of mint in it. Every now and then, just raises his head and it's in the back of the throat. So I'm not sure when Chris will wander in, because I know he has had to reinstall VC because he's messed something up, so he's got to reinstall VC. You got the Juggernaut. So, what do you think? Oh, his show and hoster is on. He's probably getting his drinks ready. Oh. So yeah, I went to down to see a man in Vape Nation, Cardiff, and picked up a couple of nice bottles of this, that, and the other on the weekend. And already I've lost some, which is typical. I can't remember what I had. Where did I put that? And how frustrating is it? I've got two of them in front of me. And the other two, oh, hang on a minute. They might be in here. Yes. I have a fried cream cakes, which is getting darker. And also I have this. Tonic's Tangy Tart. This is basically by what do you call it? Elements. But yeah, easy to build and work. That's always a good one. So I had them too. I also had this. I think I've had one of these before. Cheshire Creamery. It's a raspberry souffle. And also, okay, Dinky Donuts strawberry jam. I do love my strawberry now. Holstered in the house. Are you all bottled up, ready to go? Do you have your glass filled? I think it could be a quiet one tonight, so we might not be on for much more than an hour, if that. Depends. So let's crack on with it, shall we? So I will. Sweet Vapes Buttermilk. Buttermint. Oh my gosh. So you're on my screen and you're massive. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's odd, because it's put you in the window. I've done this and it's changed the size again. It just doesn't like you. Or something to do with the oh, you change your aspect ratio. Hang on. Keep still. Playing about with your bloody settings. Evening. There we are. I think we're up a bit.
Oh, look at that.
There we are.
We live? We're live.
Yeah, it's quite quiet today. I don't know. I didn't put anything out until late, mine. So.
Well, that's good then. I can say goodnight.
You can in about an hour.
Jeez, I got nothing to say.
Oh, I know you've got a lot to say.
Oh, well.
Like explaining why you've had to reinstall VC.
Well, I went very blurry there, and
What is?
I think I've been meaning to get a new laptop and or a new computing device.
Computing device, yeah, because it's not a real laptop.
No, those are Chromebooks.
Yeah, Chromebooks are the new laptop.
Absolutely.
It is, because, well, you can do more stuff online these days. Whatever it is, it's ridiculous. It's easy. And even if it's not an online app or something, then you've got... It's so easy to get a fast frame rate window to a VM box or something like that, which will do what you want anyway.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can run a VM in a browser. Can you that well, like a Docker?
Yeah, you can do that. Easy these days.
Oh, actually, yeah, the remote desktop is, yeah.
Very, well, maybe too easy.
I
Anyway.
know I've used VMs, but not in a browser.
No. Well, you can like remote into a VM anyway, as long as it's up and running. Remote into the desktop.
I guess that way. That I wasn't thinking that way. Yes.
So you bought a new computing device.
A new computing device. Yes.
And I'll let you shame yourself and say what you've bought.
Well, I would say you know I did get the new MacBook Air. I only went with the 7-core GPU, not the 8-core GPU. I tested it in the shop, and FreeCell was fine with the 7-core.
Just that one extra core in there.
Yeah.
So how are you finding it? When did you buy it?
Sunday.
Oh. And it's still working then?
Yeah. The one thing and I'm sure it's to do with SMB. It's scanning from my printer to send it straight to my PC. And for love nor money, I can't remember how I did it. I think I had to change the SMB.
That's old school, that is now.
Yeah. But no, it's all fine so far. It's just another Mac.
Well, here's my Mac. This is my Mac.
You have one.
I have a Mac.
Look at that.
Let me show you though. It's a bit different. It is. If you look in, it says MacBook there somewhere. But
that's this China book.
Yeah, it's
What are you? What's it? Boot camping it into Windows?
What? No. Better. This is better than that. Because it's even though it's it's still a little bit slow because it is 2007, I think it was.
It's a few years old, that style.
Yeah, I did contact Apple for support just after Christmas, or was it just after Christmas? Yeah, I contacted them and they basically said, "Oh, that's not working. That's good."
Did it?
Basically, they said, "No,
They
it's
don't
too
support
old.
Windows
It's too
for
old.
work
We won't
groups
support it
anymore."
anymore." And I thought, how very odd, not supporting a device like this. Basically, when you go into the what they call it, Mac OS,
No.
FaceTime doesn't work.
No.
No.
Oh.
Everything else seems to be working, but not FaceTime.
Well, that's
And now-
disappointing.
It is, and now this has just rebooted twice. So we have this. We have this.
Cloud security.
No.
Cloud ready.
Cloud ready.
What's that?
What is this? So, is EFI boot into Cloud Ready, and let me do some magic here while you because
What's going on?
so you might recognize this. as you were
Okay.
shopping. So basically,
Well, that's-
Cloud Ready turns your device
Into a Chromebook.
into a Chromebook.
Well, I never.
And it is it's rather nippy as well, to be honest, given its age. Yeah, it's quite nice to run it because obviously it runs like a dog with two legs when you run macOS on it.
Yes, it's
It doesn't. The camera isn't supported, the one on board, but you can plug a USB one in and that works fine. Something to do with the drivers from Apple and them not liking to pass them over, which might change soon when it comes to that sort of thing. But yeah, it runs quite well, and I've not used it for a couple of months anyway. But it's something you could do if you've got an old Mac laptop that you want to repurpose, and you don't have to install it permanently on the device. You can actually run it off the USB key.
okay.
Yeah, so you can hold down the option key, boot into USB. You do your
That's
Chrome,
not a bad idea.
do your Chrome sessions fast, and then if you want to go back into it as a Mac, you just pull the USB key out and let it boot in.
Well, look at that. Isn't technology great? So going back to, it seems like converting more of your viewers are going over to the dark side. David Fisher's gone to an iPhone.
Oh no. Well, mine is due next month. Do you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm not going to buy a phone. I'm just going to do a SIM contract because my phone does what I need to do. I got a Samsung S10 Plus, still working, still fine.
It looks like it's got water behind the screen, though.
Yeah, just a little bit of water damage, but other than that, it works fine.
No. Well, I know I updated last month to the iPhone 12.
But other than that, the alternative, the other phone I've got is the Huawei. Is it P30 Lite?
Yeah.
But this is the one that hit my windscreen at high speed. So it's got bit of a crack, and it was bent like a butcher's leg. But yeah, I'll just carry on until our phone dies, and maybe I'll upgrade my contract because they let you do that, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
But for the time being, I can save the money and enjoy life not tied to 50 quid a month. 50 quid a month.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it's quite an expensive thing, isn't it?
50 quid a month is, at the end of the day, that is 1,200 quid over the 2-year contract. It's a fair chunk, innit? So I'm gonna go down to I think it's £13 or £14 a month contract.
And who are you with now?
I'm cutting my data down a little bit, so I'm going with. I'm with 3.
Oh yeah.
So I could drop to 20 quid a month, and still benefit from unlimited data. Or I can drop down to £13 a month and go to 30 gig. My average usage a month hasn't gone over 18, so in the last 12 months, or 24 months.
Yeah, the 12 Pro Max, that's a pretty monster phone, isn't it?
Sizes and everything, don't worry.
Yeah, but you get 3 camera lenses on the back. So
yeah.
So what's happening in the vape world then?
What's happening? Well, this week I have been mostly on this thing.
No.
The Lizzie Rascal.
Oh yes. So
I've been getting more of the minty flavour coming through. Just
I think I need to do my update next time we talk on that one, because I think after the night I took off the dripper that I had on with that, and I was going to re-wick it, thinking that may improve the flavour, and I haven't put it back on. So I'm very slack. That's what I wanted to talk about. With the news a couple of weeks ago that came out that smokers are being offered free vape devices in hospitals.
Big contentious topic there. Some people on one side worried that it's going to be a medical device, but I can't see that happening. I can see them maybe creating a device specifically for prescription. Which one they or maybe giving a voucher or something. That would be a cool way of doing things.
And Vape, which I liked using for a while as a pen device, is now called Vooz. Changed its name.
Voop.
To Vooz. Views?
Views.
Yeah.
Sloane Queen of Jigsaws.
Yeah.
Yes, her scene of masturbate is more like. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was very, very interesting though, that that hospitals, especially with America getting more and more strict.
Yeah. Although there's news there as well.
Yes.
Because they've the vape mail ban has been pushed back to September. Basically because USPS didn't have clarification on how to implement it, which is fair enough. So it's been pushed back to September. There's me ball.
Yes. And who was it who was talking? I was just having out there at the Juggernaut V2.
David Fisher.
Yeah.
I've seen
Very-
that, but I'm still on. I'm still in the mindset of everything I've got now seems to be working well, and I'm happy with it. And do you know what? It's like I am at one with vape gear. I don't feel like I don't feel like I need to buy something new every month, every week. Other than magic cards, that's got worse. But other than vape stuff, no, I'm sorted. I'm enjoying what I've got, and it's all good stuff.
Do you think that's to do with lockdown and you haven't been anywhere?
No, because it's so easy to order from everywhere else anyway, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I think it is just a case of I got, within an arm shot, I've probably got a dozen mods, tanks, and whatever, and pods, and there's I don't think there's any need to accumulate any more at the moment. J. Jerry, toasty cheesy.
I don't know who's taken over the Chunkmeister tonight with that kind of heretic talk.
It is. It sounds like. It sounds.
It sounds very unlike you.
It does, but at the end of the day, money is money, and yeah, and it's all the same stuff. It is all the same stuff at the end of the day. The only thing I'm fancying getting is that Wato 4 rebuildable sub-ohm tank.
But which one?
The one where you can rebuild the
Okay,
the coils. Yeah. That's the only thing that I'm even thinking about doing.
I think that one looked quite interesting.
Vape mail ban has been pushed back to September. It was an announcement by USPS. Yeah, if you Google it, you'll pick it up. You'll find it on the news. I'll tell you what, let's have a look.
Yeah, it's when David Fisher mentioned there about the Juggernaut, because I bought some Juggernaut coils last week. I can't quite get the flavour right on them. I don't know whether. Let's have a look.
Oh, it's gone there.
Let's see if I can. You know, I'll just have a look at this. Cool.
So
these. I don't know if you can see this well.
If you check out the vapingpost.com, let me put a link in chat. There we go. So it basically says the US Postal Service has announced that it's delaying a ban on mail and parcels and mail covering vape products. So a spokesperson for USPS said a ban on sending vape products in the mail needs, quote, more time to review how to implement the changes ordered by Congress, quote.
It does seem a very strange one, though, doesn't it?
Very strange, very quick.
Yeah.
Because it's not as if it's a dangerous thing to send through the mail.
Oops.
So, yeah.
Oops. 1 second. Where have I gone? Ah. That's why. Hello. So still trying to work out this new one.
So, how fast is it?
In what sense?
Do you notice any lagginess when you're trying to run stuff? Or is it like... does it go like chocolate on butter?
Quite shiny shovel.
Is it?
Yeah, so I think what we were saying earlier, so for one thing, a lot of the software has got to be specific for this version, the Apple chip.
And they still haven't created like an emulator, have they yet?
No, but so for example, Office 365, there is an M1 version of that now. But I was running Teams, but the Teams, they haven't got a new version of it yet.
That's a shame.
And I find Teams is a pain in the ass anyway, but
It's a shame that all these companies don't come together and say, okay, let's make one common platform, or let's make our platforms interact with other platforms. So you got Teams and Zoom and Skype, have everything interact nicely. But can they do that? No.
No, but apart from that, I find it's all worked.
So what is the what's the word for it? What part have you noticed that's impacted you the most? What is the best feature of it?
I don't think there's any new feature that fingerprint to log in.
Is there?
What's impacted me? Well, it doesn't have USB ports anymore.
It doesn't have USB. That's bad.
Oh, what's it called now? USB-C? What's this? These little
USB-C. Yeah.
No, it's not USB. Is that USB-C? It almost looks like a.
It's like the opposite. It's like the opposite of an iPhone charger.
Yeah, it looks very similar to an iPhone charger.
But yeah.
Yeah, that.
So that's still USB. So.
Yeah. So the first thing I had to do was buy a USB dock.
Or a USB adapter. Do you go for a genuine article?
I paid for £12 on Amazon.
Which one did you get?
I don't know.
Is it by a company called Green something?
I honestly don't know. It was whatever was recommended.
So is it a complete port replicator? So has it got like 3 USBs or 4 USBs and a video card?
3 USBs, 2 video cards, and a HDMI port.
Oh, that's not too bad then. £12.
I think it was £12. Your account. I don't know how you see your orders on Amazon.
I don't know. You just click on the item and chuck in the link.
Returns and orders.
Oh, to see the orders on Amazon, right? You go up to the top right hand corner and click on My Orders.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry. USB. It now says currently unavailable. We don't know when this will be back in stock. I think it was £10.90.
Oh, so you bought the last one, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. A brand Strenta.
Brand Strenta.
Yeah.
Okay. Strenta.
Oops. Not that one. There we go. Other things. There's no left click anymore. Right click.
There's no right click. Well, so that's going back a step then.
Yeah.
So what does it look like?
I just posted the link there.
I can't see. Oh, there you are. Oh, 'cause I had one of these sort of things a little while ago, and it was crap. The USB worked fine, but the VGA out didn't work on my S10 Plus, which was supposed to be certified for, and didn't work on my PC. Didn't work on the Mac. So, yeah, currently unavailable.
Yeah. Oh, that came yesterday.
Have you tried it out on your telly?
I haven't because I just do the air, uh, whatever it's called,
Airport.
AirPlay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have Apple TV as well.
Yeah. Do you see that there was rumours that Apple might be bringing out an Apple TV. A
Well,
proper telly.
well, if a monitor stand was 200 quid, can you imagine how much the TV would be?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's going back to the old days of Apple Cinema screens, or whether it's going to be like a fully functional 28-inch or 32-inch or whatever you choose your size.
Can you still buy a TV that size?
Yeah. Well, monitor or TV.
Oh,
Or whether they're going to do anything different, like,
how do I? Oh God, I don't know how to bring that back. You've kind of gone 80% of the screen. Oh, there, default view. There we go. Sorry, it's
It couldn't handle the speed of your system, so it reduced the size of your screen.
yeah.
That's the sort of thing Apple would do. Then again, you got to admire Apple for staying in one piece, and like the Gates.
So, Jerry, the blotter RTA is always good. I just need to get an. I keep thinking about buying another one.
Get a new glass for it. Just get a new glass for that one.
Yeah, it's.
Get a 3-pack of glasses.
In fact, about an hour ago, I ordered a bubble glass for the Zeus.
The Zeus X.
Yeah, the Zeus X, and it came back with a your account. Oh no, that's spam. This is. I don't know if we can read this on here.
What you done slip?
Yeah, so I was ordering from eBay.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Looks
And
very professional.
Yeah, all I ordered was one bubble glass.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was on hold until they verified my age.
This thing's gone extreme, haven't it? So try and order a new bubble glass. Just a piece of glass. You've got to verify your age. I mean, if you went out and bought double glazing, you might have to,
Yeah.
go and buy a glass from the pub or supermarket.
Yeah. So if that's still.
But it does. It takes the Mickey bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's his order number. Ring up Fast Tech and cancel it.
Yeah, everybody can place my order. You can add to it. I'll send my Amazon wish list in a moment if you want to add to it.
Stick your OnlyFans up.
I was going to say my OnlyFans page is this. Yes. Funnily enough, I had my electricity changed today. I had the fuse box changed.
Oh, right, okay.
And
so did you have one of those old black fuse box type things where you had the fuse wire in it?
Yes, I had the fuse wire.
So now you've gone to one of these flicker switch trip jobbies.
Yes. And he tested everything, and then it was like, yeah, everything's fine. He leaves. We're cooking dinner tonight. Turned on the extractor fan, and it blew the fuse box.
Well, the whole lot, or just the trip it?
Just the one ring that it was on.
Oh man.
So,
Yeah.
so obviously we had a problem there. But we were talking about getting an aircon,
Yeah.
and if we got an aircon, would we need a separate line because of the draw of them? But he was suggesting you could probably still run it off. See, because in this house we don't just want only fans, we want aircon as well.
Only. Okay.
There we go. That was the link.
That was a bad link. So
It was. It just happened I was talking about aircon earlier
So you
today.
just changed the box over from one to another. How much did that cost? Because I've got to get mine done.
It was $550, but I had a bit of extra work done as well.
Is it? So I've actually bought the box to do, and I've just got to get somebody to swap the box for me. Yeah. Yeah, I was on Alexa TV way back. I was on Alexa, Nova. Before Alexa, I was on VapeOn.tv.
Vape on?
VapeOn.tv. Back in Stickcam days. It's quite funny if you go to like Google and type in last day of Stickcam. It was quite funny because everybody was flashing the cameras. Because it was like, it's the last day, who cares? Little to think that they would be immortalized.
Okay, bearded. Oh, there we go. J. Jerry's. I'm going to have a look at bearded Viking customs. There we go. Is this a UK company? Oh, look at those. Oh, now I've seen those stands before. Yes. Quite interesting. Blotto, I couldn't find that tank on the site there. Cheesy. Yeah, lol. At the beginning of the universe. You probably were. How many shows do you reckon you've done, Chunk?
How many? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to think. Lots. I can remember when I started on VapeOn.tv, there were days where I would literally cast for days. It would literally be no sleep. Maybe I think one of my casts was like 50 odd hours. I started Friday when I got home from work at 6.
Click shop, search Blotto. Okay.
And then I finished. Then when I had to go to work at 8 o'clock Monday morning, I was literally cast all weekend, didn't sleep. And yeah, but it was a regular thing where I'd cast and I'd cover shows for other people on the network, and I do a 12-14 hour stint, you know.
Dear me.
Those were the days,
my friend.
Yeah, sort of starting at 5 or 6 o'clock and running until 8, 9 in the morning is common things, you know.
Yeah, but would you say there was, because exactly what you were saying there, that there's no new hardware, there's nothing new under the sun at the moment?
Oh, it is. Everything is very, very stagnant. It's just different. It's a different shaped box with the same batteries.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's not a lot of change that's happened. Okay, we've got the old DNA, you've got Yeehee, you've got the different chips like the dicodes and the gene chip and whatever, but essentially there's not a lot of difference on all of them. You just set You just set the power to what you want it to be and press the button.
No.
People don't even bother with like temperature curves and stuff like that anymore. They literally just want whack some power through it, get their vape, and then either re-drip or keep going until the tank's empty. Essentially, it has nothing's changed.
Yeah. Would you say it's almost like, pre-iPhone when phones used to be quite different? An Ericsson was different to a Nokia was different to a Motorola. And phones were quite... And then the iPhone came out and every phone is the same shape now.
I don't know. I mean, everything, that's kind of things, but I look at it from a point of view that, the iPhone came out and whatever, and all phones changed shape, yeah, but they're most of the companies still run, and they still produce a phone. They just looks different. Essentially, They all do the same job. I think we're at that point now where nobody really cares about what the device as much as they used to. I know you might go out and buy a device if yours breaks or if you fancy something blingy. Sort of ignoring reviewers and stuff like that, but if you look essentially at who buys devices in shops, yeah, you've got hobbyists who go out and buy a couple of devices a month or whatever, but there's not that many of those people. A lot of people just want to go out and buy. It's more juice based these days. They come to a point where they don't want to buy new devices all the time. They're happy, they're content, they know it works, and they just keep going.
It's. I don't think I've really looked at.
No. A Geek Vape is the new Smog. So Geek Vape turned into Smog. Then you'll have other companies doing the same thing. They're all churning out similar boxes. It's like at one point everything became alien shaped, like the Smog Alien. So like first thing out the Smog Alien, you had the Wismec Predator, and so on and so on, and they were all the same shape. And then something else came and made it look a bit of a different shape. Then you had Smog with the one big button down the side of it, the presser. And then the Wismec presser. Then you had the Smog with the T-Priv and all that. And essentially, they're all the same thing. They all do the same thing. They just have little differences. And none of them changed. None of these little changes do anything to the functionality of it at all.
No. So what's the new Jai Hayes mod then? The Rebel mod?
Jai Hayes is... I don't know. I haven't watched his video for yonks. Is he still... Is he still doing videos? Because, like, a year he had to sell the shop up. So... I thought he sold his shop.
Yeah.
He's still doing videos. 3 days ago, 6 days ago, 1 week. Oh, he's still making videos. Oh, bless. But you look at it. You look at a channel like that, and you look at all the devices he's reviewed, and it's a box with a tank or a dripper. At the end of the day, how much different is going to be? Okay, you can argue that some of the stuff, like if they use stab wood, and they're quite luxury and nice. Yeah, you might want to go from a mod like that to something that looks really pretty. Essentially does the same job. You don't need to. Actually, I went the other way, because this was a mod. This is a Smowant Chillin 218, and it had this deck chair sort of a seaside thing, and I had all that right round, but it basically was a wrap. So I took the wrap off the other day because I was fed up of it. So I've gone back to the black pleather. Giving it a whole new lease of life.
So now it's 11 o'clock. Do you mind if I foxtrot Oscar then?
Yeah, carry on.
Thank you to everyone. It's I'd not heard of that damn mod before.
Damn mod. Yeah, so the new removable internal sled, and you can change the sleeve. It's a DNA 250C chip, and it looks rather sexy. Probably what it is you can change the sleeves, so he makes money from the sleeves. And removable internal sled, you can, well, for the batteries, you can change different batteries or whatever. I mentioned that ages ago when who was there? Vapefly were designing a new mod, and they weren't interested on a modular approach. And then somebody else come along and snap up the idea. Anyway, yeah. Go and enjoy your Mac. You pack a Mac. And what's the camera like on it? Is it this camera?
It is, but on VC I dropped this down to just what did we run it at? It's just at 480p.
Oh, so okay, so it's gone right down. You didn't run it on Retinal?
Yeah, what with it? But I don't get that option on when doing VC.
No, just as it.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Catch you next week. Week after. Week.
See you later, alligator.
Adios.
Thanks,
Adios.
everyone. Bye.
Oh my God, I'm gone back to account. Look at my count. Okay. So, what am I looking for now? I am looking for where do they have that music playing? Let's turn it down before I blow people's eardrums out. Yeah. I think this dying throws with that J Hayes mod. The industry is gonna start to collapse. Companies are gonna start falling by the wayside. Everybody's vying for the same market. America market is going to be dropping out in 6 months. I've spoke to, what did I speak to this week? I've already spoke to one company who said that they've got rid of the marketing people, and marketing in general. They've got rid of the main marketing people, and they've basically shuffled in the social media, Facebook sort of people into the marketing job, which isn't a good idea. It looks like it's been done as an emergency, but I can't remember what company it was. Maybe I shouldn't say anyway. But yeah, that happens. It was a bit different, yeah. a bit different is a bit different. And at the end of the day, most people wait until that original, like, what seems to happen is the reviewers who really want to get on their hands onto something new will go out and buy it, if they buy it, unless they've given it a review. So how can I put it? Tier 3 reviewers, because you've got the top tier, the ones that get things sent bombarded to them, like rip trippers, use the mods, use spanks of money, giveaways, blah blah blah. Then you go to the next level, which you got to do some arm twisting, and you got the ones that go out and buy this stuff all the time. And I think they go out and buy things when they come out, pay top back for it, then the prices come down, then most people buy it, then it goes on sale, and then it disappears. I don't mind being right down that last chain and picking things up years that, when they go on clearance or sale, because by that time you know whether that item is going to be worth that money. It's like when Sloan passed me a link for the RSST, Smock RSST. I was like, yeah, I'll have some of them, because I know they are cracking RDTAs. Or if it's something old, I will go out and buy several items. Like, this case I looked at. This case I looked at the other week. Now, that does sound a bit pro, doesn't it? I mean, this case that has this case has that in it, which is broken, but this case has 1, 2, 3. It has 3 Smoke Majesties in it. The gold one, and a silver one, and a blue one. Now, I had them. I think they were 8 or 10 pound each. That's why I had 3. Because, they're cheap mods, they'll work, and if they die, they die. You just get rid of it and use another one. And the E-Leaf Tria here. I've got a green one, I had a silver one as well. 3 battery, nice and compact, built like a, one of those. And cracking value. There are some things that are worth it. There are some things that are not worth it. Like this piece of shit. This is a piece of shit. Could not get on with it. Tried to wick it 16 million times. No. Gone. On the other hand, you get nice things like this. This is the gear. Superb flavour, still works really well. And, spare glass. I didn't know about that one. Still works really well. And inside the gearbox, I can see I have the box for the VLS. What's that? Umia VLS. You know, what is different these days? What is new? What is better? Who can class anything as better? Like, I'm not gonna rant on. I can't be bothered to rant. And you got mods, then you got pods, you got AAOs in between, and then you got everything else that kind of blurs it. I'm starting to get fed up. In case people didn't know it, this is the end of this month. I've been doing this for 14 years. And until recently, I've been fairly enthused about stuff. But now, I don't know, maybe things have come to an end, or moving to a close. Who's not to say the government in the UK doesn't do a U-turn, doesn't get bribed by big tobacco or something? You never know. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back in a minute. So, enjoy the music for 5.
Jack it up.
It will. And the more it'll pass, the reason why it'll pass is because the stuff that's coming out now will be half price in 3 to 6 months. Even the high-end stuff comes down in price. It might take 2 or 3 years in that case. You look at the, what do they call it? T-Class. Within 2 years, it was half price. Or less. And the thing is, some of the stuff that me and Sloan buys is, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old, or maybe more. Let's take, for example, so that there is let's have a look. YouTube. And we're looking for the tofu Serpent RDTA. So either now or after, go and check the review. Type in tofu Serpent RDTA on Facebook, on YouTube. Just check a couple of reviews. You got DJLSB, you've got Vic, then you've got Matt Suck My Mod, you've got Rip Trippers, and Geek A Vapes, Todd, and they're all given fantastic reviews. Now, somebody say, "Oh, what's this like? Oh, it's not good. It's really old." Is it balls? Did you see that? I pressed the button, sucked it, it pushed vapor out. Same as anything else that's coming out. There's nothing really explosive or dynamic about the vaping anymore. You could probably create a 20 questions to get the vape device that you want. Question 1. Question 1. Do you want a mech mod, or do you want a regulated mod? Question 2. How many batteries would you like in it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Question 3. Which size batteries do you want? 8350, 650, 2700, 21700, 26650. Another question. What is the maximum size of the deck plate? Whichever size that you want. What do you want? A coloured screen? Yes or no? Whatever. Do you want a power range 0 to 40 watts, 0 to 80, 0 to 100, 0 to 120, 0 to 180, 0 to 200, 0 to 220, 0 to 300, 0 to 400? That's it. Next question. Do you want a series or parallel? Next question. Do you want it to have a 510 connection? Or do you want to have some other connection for what the myriads of pods. But you can get an adapter with a 510 that will take all these different pods. Like, I haven't got not even 10 questions there, and I've covered most features of most devices. Do you want a top or side firing button? There are so few parameters these days. Do you want it to be sturdy or not? Do you want it to meet IP68 whatever standards for water? Sorry, I don't vape underwater. And you go, little Timmy, yeah, but I dropped my vape in the water and it died. What can I do? I need a waterproof one. No, you just want to stop dropping fucking mod into the water. Hey, I dropped my mod in the street and the car ran over it and it broke. Fucking look where you're going and don't drop shit. Oh. Yeah, well, that's the thing, see? Noel, little Timmy's vaping because he's not part of the cool club. Because little Timmy still thinks vaping is cool. At one point, the vaping was cool for kids. Now, they rather spend their money on electric gadgets and phones and bloody Fortnite bucks or whatever shit is, they pay for. Kids can't be bothered to vape. Not in this country anyway. In America, they probably can't be bothered to go out. The Dove Pro Best with 57 different expensive accessories you don't want to have. Yeah. But there's a very limited number of variations. Same thing with a tank. You have tanks. What kind of tanks do you have? I want a tank. Do you want a tank that takes single coil, dual coil, or mesh? Well, it's only going to be one of those, pretty much. Especially, well, you've got to forget the Usonic SIG crap. But at the end of the day, you see all these different devices coming out. Oh, the position of the position of the head and the position of the position of the pins and the way you fit these coils is far superior because it's 0.5 millimeter lower, which means it gets near the juice, and the airflow, it's so much more amazing because the chimney's 11/8 of a millimeter taller. Or, this is a leak-proof tank. It's impossible to leak. Yeah, but there's no such thing as a leak-proof tank. Because in essence, if your tank doesn't leak through the bottom, you're going to be, at some point, you're going to be sucking juice up through the mouthpiece. Noel, my tank. My tank is going to be, I'm doing it in conjunction with Donald Trump. It's going to be amazing. My tank is going to be the best tank ever. It's going to be the most amazing, awesome tank. I've already passed my thoughts to a couple of people on it. I did talk to somebody. I did tell somebody exactly what I was going to do about my tank, and I showed them my ideas. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Tetley, man. Tetley, was it you? And if it wasn't for the case that SMPL have copyright for simple and stuff like this, I would like to call it the simple, because it is. Can't really call it a piece of piss. Oh, I could. POP. Pop tank. Is that a pop tank? It is. Sloan is off. Adios. Is there a pop tank? And no, it's not going to be the Pop-T Ping tank. So, you can fuck right off there, Noel. I knew he was going to do that. Oh, no, that all dried up, that did. That's gone. That was the UK version of the Vapefly team, the Knights team. Everything stopped. Everything stopped on that. It's just gone stagnant. Nobody wants to put their ideas to anything. And as well as that, Vapefly are kind of pushing the development stroke ideas team down the way they want it, to a device that they want. And if you have a design team, it shouldn't be like that. It should be a lot of people saying, okay, let's vote for this. This. We got 67% want to do A, 10% want to do B, and the rest want to do C. Okay, so A wins. Let's all put our efforts into doing A. But no, because they're basically saying, well, we really think that A is not good for the market. We think C is the one for the market. So we want you to look at C and design in a C. And my tank is so simple. Leak proof, possibly. You'd have to do a lot to get a leak. You really would. Given that cotton expands to fill a hole, I wonder if I put my ideas and sent it. So if I sent my idea to half a dozen companies looking to build a tank, they'd probably all have a go for it. Whether they would acknowledge the fact that somebody else had done it, I don't know. But it's basically it's a rebuildable tank that anybody can build. It's single coil. Leaking isn't going to be an issue. It's very old school, and that's the good thing. It's a very old school tank. And the way it's built, you could have a tank, right? And you could basically, if you wanted to, the way it's designed, you could stack this tank, and you could stack and stack and stack and stack till you had one that long. And it wouldn't impact on the flavour very much. It's going to be it would be designed for, how can I put it, lower resistance, higher resistance. Sorry, we're looking at going back to the ohm days, you know, where you're one ohm, 1.5 ohms. That's the coils you want. And that's the way it is, Noel. And the funny thing is, I said, well, I do have these ideas that I want to talk to you about after we've designed this tank or whatever. And I said, can I get in touch with designers? And they said, oh, we want to get hold of this, but we will take it on. I'm thinking, I don't know. Can I trust them? After seeing the way things turned out with other people, who can you trust with an idea these days? It'd be nice to work with a really small company that can produce a lot of stuff, that might have, how can I put it, smaller margins, like Umir. I'd love, of all the companies to put stuff out, I'd love somebody like Umir to take it on. Love it. Simply because I know that they're going to put it in the hands of everybody. Because you look at the Wasp, Nano, you look at all the VLS. Most people bought them because, like the Wasp Nano, that came out at 15 quid. £15, that was the RRP on the Wasp Nano. No, and the other thing about that now is I've still got my juice company to sort out. I know that I spoke to Tetley Man about that. I've still got to sort that out at some point when the world goes back to normal. And I've got three recipes I want to go into production with. Don't know how I'm going to do it really. It's going to be difficult to start off with. Very difficult. The recipes have sorted. I've got a company in Wales that will produce it and bottle it and label it and do all that. The stage beyond that is the distribution. That's what I'm going to need help with. I'm not sure whether my friend, like I've got a friend with vape distribution. Whether he would help me with it, I don't know. I could just cross my fingers and hope with that one. But they do a lot of juices, so it could be possible. But yeah, that's for another time. Everything's pushed back. That would be lovely to have my own tank and vape my own juice. Yeah, I mean, if I go with this company in Swansea, everything is done. I just get the bottles. But then selling it where? That's the issue. No, I could go the cheaper route and say, Imran, I just made this juice. Do you want to buy 50 bottles? And he'll look for the lowest price. And I know where the price point is with that, which is low. Other than that, I could maybe go to a couple of franchises that I know, because you've got people like Deluxe Vapors in South Wales, Infinity Mist, Switch. They all got their own distribution, so whether I could pitch to those, I don't know. But then again, it's knowing how much and whether it's worth doing or not, you know. Nah, it's a high quality juice, Noel. Oh, I tell you what, T-Max I'd like to... But nah. What I want to do is, I want to retain the rights to the recipe, you know? Bit like Higgies. Higgies don't want to sell to the UK. License-wise, I don't think at the moment, because it's all their recipes. Could do a site like Roasted Project, pump it out in a few shops. Sounds easy, doesn't it? It sounds easy. I did have prices. Now, to get a bottle of juice made up, labelled and whatever, I think it was about £1.50 to £2. You know, how much am I going to earn on a bottle? Unless it gets really good, you know, advertising. I'm shite. This is why my channel is 700 viewers, because I'm crap at advertising. I cannot do it for the life of me. Cannot push myself. I need somebody else to help with it. Or I need a decent chain to take on some. Yeah, because you know it is the apple pie that everybody wants. It's the plywood of the apple pie juice world. Forget Grandma's wherever, Grandma's Bakery, or any of these other similar ones. It's a proven juice. It's more than a proven juice, because just having the recipe and the rights for the recipe, I've made about $1,000 just by leasing the rights for the flavour. You not have the boosted. I have to find my bottle of boosted, and I'll do you a bottle, and you'll be like, okay, my mistake. But you know from the other flavours that you've had from T-Max, for example, the cake batter, that they are... No, it's not heavy on cinnamon, no. There's a little brush on it, but not impactful. Yeah, thinking about it, yeah, I've made $1,000 on it. Because I did sell I sold the recipe, I didn't sell the rights, so I still got the rights. Somebody said, I need some of this, so I said, okay, let's sort you out. I wouldn't want him to do it like that. I wouldn't, because it's in the UK. I'd rather it made up and go out. I'd rather get the bottles made up, let the bottles sit in the corner of a warehouse for a month or two, so it's ready, you know. It was. I really didn't. But Watch has always been a man of his word, so yeah. And this is the other thing I got to sidestep around in the UK is people who just want the money. Now I understand stocking the juice and whatever it is a risk, right? When it is a really decent, premium, possibly award-winning juice, then I don't want to be in a situation where I'm buying the bottles for like £2. I end up selling them for £3.50, something like that, making £1.50 a bottle, because that'll be too slow. Because if I get 100 bottles made, then I did have it in a spreadsheet. Let me find it out. Maybe I'll put it on the screen. Owned by me. Let's have a look. I don't know what sheet is what on these now. I did have a spreadsheet with all my calculations on it. Okay, so use the calculations. 100ml bottles. I've got an option here. I've got a choice. Do I get 50ml bottles or do I get 100ml bottles? Now, to produce, make the bottles, label, and the liquid. It costs either 60p or 75p, so I was wrong on the £2. So use the first decision. Bearing in mind I've spent £120 already. Do I make 270 bottles at 100ml or 340 at 50ml. Logistically, I don't know how what happens there. I don't know whether people prefer 100 mils or 50 mils. Obviously, for it to be only an extra 15 pence difference, yeah, so I was looking at maybe a 270. So if I get 270 and send a load out, if I manage to sell 150 of them at £3 each. So 100 mil for £3 for £3 each. I would have £337 profit. And it gets more complicated from there, because that money will go straight back into the next batch, which by then I'd either be thinking, do I just give up, or I wish I'd bought more in the first batch. Because, you know, when you get a juice and it goes out, if people hear it's good and people find out it's good and it gets good reviews, then what happens is it explodes. And because I want to let it steep, supply and demand is going to be a big thing. What do? I don't know. It's a big can of worms. So that's at your market. So, you know, depending on whether he's bought it from a wholesaler, he might be paying £2.50 or whatever for them, £3. Making a couple of quid a bottle, maybe £3 if he's lucky. And that's the other thing. Do I go to a market and say, okay, got these, are you interested in buying? But do I want to go down these bottles are only 50ml route, or do I want to go for a 100ml nice big fat bottle? If I go the smaller route, I'm going to be able to make more bottles and get more out there, but I don't know. I'm still stuck on answering these questions with myself, you know. Not the easiest questions. Do I want to be associated with a bottle of cheapy juice being sold at the market? No, not really. Do I really want Imran just to buy 20, 30, 50 bottles for his shop and to sell them cheap? Not really. Now, Imran does wholesaling as well, so whether he could get my juice distributed, I don't know. Oh my god, this stuff is. I have to find out where Mrs. bought that for me. yeah, everything adds up. You've got the postage and packing it up, couriers. I don't know. Which would I prefer to be done first, the tank or the juice? Don't think the timing is right for the juice yet. Yeah, but at the moment, with the tank bit of things, everything's a bit cutthroaty. I wait for something to settle down, or maybe something will jump out and I'll think, oh, well, maybe they can do it for me. There's a company called AAA, which are a smallish company, but a capable company in China that it would be cool for them to do, but they've mainly produced tanks with sub-ohm coils, and they make a lot. They're making more money on the coil sales. So it's getting close to that time. Just staring into the beyond there. No, I mean, I can't. If I'm going to get this done, Riot Labs do it pretty cheaply. See, Riot Labs, if that's Riot Squad, they've got their own apple pie, and I wouldn't want them with a conflict of interest, or maybe coming up with the upgraded recipe of theirs and it being mine. You know? Smashed apple pie went to another company. See, because that was a fairly close one. Let's have a look at that then. Vape Monster Deals UK. I'm guessing it's a .uk. What is the Vape Monster Deals UK? Is it .com? I can't find anything there. Send it to me on Facebook and I'll have a look. But you know, I think I'd prefer to go with this company I know, because I know I can trust him. Topsoil. Okay, so it is the time. Time to go. And I shall catch you in a fortnight, if not sooner. Have a good night, and yeah, peace. And yeah, discount liquids. It's not going to be the way I do it. Adios.